All right, here we've got the infamous Porsche Boxster 986 or 987 engine drop using the actual hoist method. This is pretty much standard method for any sort of garage mechanic that does lots of work, lots of engine drops, etc. Basic engine hoist, Harbor Freight. The Porsche dealership and the factory manual has you usually do this with a table. This is the old-fashioned way to do this with a Porsche. Normally you'd have a table down here. The car would be higher, and you actually raise the table up to the engine and transaxle, and then lift the car off slowly, checking to make sure everything's off properly. And so you've got it on the table. You can then lower the table to whatever height you want, roll the engine and transmission together. This is how they do it at the dealership if they're doing any kind of major servicing on your Porsche as well as Ferrari. In this case, it's important to make sure that you, in general, don't get under the engine. Right now it's at a slight angle. What we want to do is set this up to where the engine itself doesn't actually rest on either of these exhaust manifolds because it causes a lot of extra stress. This engine's pretty much toast, so it wouldn't be the biggest issue, but you don't want to stress his heads. They very well might be reusable. So anyways, as you can see, transmission's supported, otherwise it dropped the center of gravity. So what we're going to do here is slowly lower the jack under the transmission. Ideally, this might be a transmission jack. So one more look. Here's the engine hoist. Here's it connected to this rather sketchy looking small hook, but this is indeed the hook you're supposed to use when supporting the engine. I don't want to put the entire weight of the whole drivetrain on there, but that's pretty much it. Everything else is disconnected. You can see the engine's pretty easy to move around at this point, and that's about it. We'll lower this jack I've got under the transmission, kind of even out the weight, make sure the engine's properly on the furniture cart. And then once we're finished, we should have enough clearance under here to just roll everything out.